Alright, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is currently 10:22 and it is September 23. We have 5,000 miles now on the Mickey Thompson tires. And I'm going to do my first rotation today, and I'm going to give you guys feedback and basically a review on them, just because they're so new in the game and they are mud terrains. So I'm going to show you guys my mileage, which I've now had them for, I think I got it about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, but I've been driving on them like crazy. I went to Texas with them. I've gone everywhere with them. So I've put a little bit over 5,000 miles on them, and my friend actually gave me a tip that was like, hey, rotate them like every 5,000 miles or every other 2-3 months, because it'll make your tires last longer. So I actually had the KM3s on my last truck, and they only lasted me like 20 to 30,000 miles just because I never found the key. So I was never able to rotate them. So let me tell you that. I hope this really does like make a difference. So if you guys are new here, my name is Aurora, and make sure you guys hit that like button. We're trying to hit 500 likes. I know that's gonna be hard, but you guys can do this. Also make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys press that subscribe button and meet my son. This little cutie patootie, one of my sons. We got a lot of them. But let's get into the video. So if you guys didn't know, in the last video we actually went to Pismo, and I kind of fucked up my bumper. Like, I didn't fuck it up, but like it kind of like pushed back because I had lowered the PSI. So what happened was that they were flatter on the bottom, so they were pulling from the front and they were pulling from the back, but it's only bad on one side, which is right here, and it touches that front now right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the only issues that I'm having. I had to cut all of this off too from my mud flap because I pulled it in, so it got unhooked from the bolts, so I had to cut that too. I actually did it with a drill bit, which was easier than what I thought it would be. So these are the Mickey Thompsons that I have though. The Baja Boss, there's 35, 12, 50, 18s, the MTs right there, as you guys can see that. Now let's look at the mileage. So for some weird reason, earlier I recorded what my fuel economy is, which is 23.1 now. I've been driving the streets a lot more today, so that's kind of where my mileage is set up at. But it didn't record, so here it is now. Earlier it was actually at 28, but it just went down, so there's that. I feel like for 35s, it does really, really well. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. I was expecting to get like 14 miles per gallon, 11 miles per gallon, you know, because it is a lot of weight. But basically, as you guys know, it is a half-ton truck. See, now it's rubbing right there. Before it wasn't doing that. I promise you guys, it was not doing that before. But I actually weighed it, so go ahead and check this video out. I weighed it with everything that I have, all the add-ons that I have on my truck at the moment, which would be the bed cover, the wheels, the tires, and all 4 spacers, because I do have the extra 2-inch spacers that I don't have in the front. I have them inside the bed, inside the cab. All right, you guys, so here she is. I actually work at a scaling, so let's find out how much she actually weighs. I forgot to mention, she also does have the leveling kit, so that's also, you have to take that into consideration, because that also adds weight to it. It also does have side steps right here, which is also gonna increase the weight on it, you know. But other than that, it's just gonna be the 1.75 leveling kit with upper control arms. It's gonna be the 2-inch spacers. We're gonna go ahead and say all around, because I do have them inside of the cab, the extra 2 that I don't have up front. I do have 35-inch tires, 18-inch rims, and they're 1250s as well. And then I do have the bed cover. Are you guys ready to see how much it weighs? And this is by itself, right? So it's at 5.9. And now with me, it is now at 6K. Dang. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like I said, I do have 2-inch spacers. Here's the bed cover. So you guys don't think I'm lying. I don't have a hitch yet, so yep. Let me go ahead and show you guys that I actually do have the spacers. And also, this is a full tank of diesel. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but here are the extra spacers. So, by the way, if you guys do have an AT4 and you're not trying to cut into your factory studs, I highly recommend you go off with 2-inch spacers, because if you go with anything lower than 2-inch, you're gonna have to cut into your factory studs. So there's that. There's my wife's heels, you know. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you that it does have a full tank of diesel. As you guys can see that right there. You guys, there is nobody here, so that's good. I don't think we're gonna have to wait, which is kind of like one of the reasons I was kind of debating if I should go today. Yeah, because I've been getting lazy, y'all. But we're here.
Impatient, you mean?
Yeah, I'm impatient. So you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard that you have to retighten it whenever you have spacers. Like once after 100 miles, once after 500, and once after 1,000, just to take precautions, because spacers could be dangerous if you don't take care of it. So I did that, we did that. And now it's kind of hard to take out the back tire. So there it is. He's having some issues right now. Here you go. Come on. We just got the tire rotation done. As you guys saw, the back tires were definitely on there really tight. But that's because, like I said, spacers are pretty dangerous if you don't take care of them. So as you guys saw, the spacers were still on there, the tires were on there. We've taken it off-roading in pretty bad conditions because Pismo was pretty bad. Like, I didn't put the full footage because we were so stressed out of how bad it was. Like, we weren't really like paying attention to being on the recording. So I feel like it was really bad, and she did, honestly, this truck did amazing. I took her to Texas. I have no shake, no trouble. Like, you do not feel like any type of shape coming from the spacers or the tires. And as you guys can hear it, there's really no noise that the tires really make. Let me see. Let me show you guys.
Oh my gosh, it looks like my fucking head.
So as you guys can see, like if you guys look at my little Spider-Man right here, you guys can see it doesn't shake too much unless like this road is pretty messed up. So like it's like it's basic road. You know, it's basically because of the road, is what I'm trying to tell you. Because, like I said, with my KM3s, my truck was like this all the time. Anywhere I would go, even on the freeway, it was like that. And this one, honestly, on the freeway, it does not make any noises. Like, it's not loud. It doesn't shake. And my mileage is amazing. And with my Tacoma on, I think they were 31s, to be honest. They were 275s. That's what they were. That's the original size that they were. But on my Tacoma, my mileage definitely went down. I lost about 100 miles every time I would fill up the tank. So instead of it being 350, I was like at 270. Miles wise, like miles range that I could drive for an amount of time. And this one, to be honest, it really hasn't changed. I still get some tanks that are pretty bad, which bad to me is like 400 miles till empty, and that's on a full tank. So and that's still pretty amazing. But I've gotten 500 all the way up to 600 miles per tank, and it really lasts that amount. So like I said, I just took it to Texas. It did amazing, no doubt. We've done burnouts, we've swung it. So maybe I'm gonna make a video on swinging my truck. I just don't know where to do it yet, because I don't want to do it on the road. I want to do it like either on dirt or on grass, just because it hurts the tires a little bit less. And these are like, if you buy the tires anywhere without wheels and stuff like that, like in a package, these tires run you for 400 bucks each. Maybe the cheapest you could get them is 300 bucks each, but that's still like 1,200 plus tax. That's still a lot of money, you know. I already definitely have some other tires in mind that I want to try out that I've heard are really well, and they're like a budget price. So those are coming once these are done. But let's see the lifespan on these tires. Like I said, they're 5,000 miles in, you know, and they're definitely amazing. But as you guys heard though, the tire is now touching my front like bottom bumper, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm still trying to fix it because it only touches on one side now. So like what happened, and what I'm assuming happened, was that we were probably turning like a hard right, and while the tire was like, because I lowered them all the way down to 20 psi, I believe. At first I did it to 25 and then I lowered it to 20. Basically what happened was, since the tire was flat and it got longer, like the length was longer this time, right? When we turned, what probably happened is the thread, since it is a mud thread tire, it's so much thicker and so much more aggressive that it grabbed the mud flap and the front fender. It grabbed both of them and it pulled them in. So now whenever I turn, it's touching those parts, because on this side it's not touching at all, and they're literally the same thing. So I'm guessing we probably turned right or either turned left and it grabbed it, because it only does it when I turn left. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really do it when I turn right. But so I'm guessing that's kind of like what happened. It just kind of like pulled it in, and then now I gotta fix it. So that's the only thing we're dealing with. But who knows, this truck might get a lift, it might get some upgrades. I'm not sure yet. I've hit up a couple companies. Hopefully they reach back out to me. Like, I know my YouTube isn't the biggest, but I feel like we could get there for sure. I feel like with your guys' support lately and everything we've been doing, I feel like we could get there for sure. I like 100%. But I hit them up, you know. Let's see where it goes. I want to make this into a rig, which basically is like an overlanding rig. I want to add a bed rack. I want to add a tent, a rooftop tent. Well, it would be, that's what they're called, a rooftop tent, but you could put it on the bed rack basically. So we would sleep on top of our bed, kind of like what we've been doing recently, but it would actually be on top of the bed rack. So we would still have all the space in our bed for other things, which I feel like it would be great, because I definitely have been loving the camping experience. Wherever we go, it doesn't matter. Like, we're literally thinking about camping at Walmart, so let me know if you guys want to see that. But yeah, I feel like maybe we will get some places and you guys will see the upgrades. Like I said, I'm only looking for products that have to do with the AT4 or the Trail Boss, which is the C71 from Chevy, from Chevrolet. Yes, I said the short word, but you know what I mean. But make sure you guys like this video. Stay tuned for more progress, more work. We're gonna be doing pranks in the truck. We're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I have a couple pranks in mind. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Let me know what you guys want to see. I could definitely make it work. Catch you guys next time.